What's going on? It's the Junk Car Lady back with another video on turning your junk car into cash. Alright, junk car for cash. Alright, today we're going to be looking at a 2012 Volkswagen Tiquan, alright, that we picked up. And I'm going to just kind of show you guys the body of the vehicle and everything. And I'm gonna tell you on this episode right here, man, some of these Volkswagen vehicles, you know, they come in and they don't have that many miles on them. You want to be careful when you're buying a Volkswagen. Here's the thing, I'm not out there trying to tell you that a Volkswagen is bad or anything like that, but it just seems like some of the newer ones, you know, maybe 2010 and up, right? It seems like they have some of the same type of problems, okay? Which they'll come in with low miles, relatively low miles, maybe 100,000, 120,000, and they all be having engine problems. What's up with that? You know, especially the Tiguans. I don't even know. If y'all own a Tiguan, y'all gonna be calling me sooner rather than later. Let me go ahead and show you. This is a 2012 Volkswagen Tiquan. Okay, now this one is in fair shape. I mean, it got a dent on the side, but what we do is we just make sure everything that they told us is accurate, right? So we go around, right? You know, I don't remember if they told us about the dent, to be honest with you. You know, but this is a 2.0 motor. Now keep in mind, now the Volkswagen 2.0 is not only in the Tiquan, okay, it's in other vehicles as well. Okay, so we just go around, make sure everything's complete, and we check underneath. You know, like if the car doesn't crank, we definitely have to check underneath to make sure the cat is there. All right, so in this case the car does crank, but it don't crank that well. That's what they ain't gonna sure. So let's go ahead, we go inside, we verify the mileage when we can, meaning when it actually shows up. Now see, like, this only got 114,000 miles, right? So let's go ahead and crank this up. You see the check engine light on, right? And you might can't tell, but it's stumbling. Well, you see the tachometer over there. You see that going from the 1 down. It's doing that on its own. I'm not pressing the gas or nothing, right? And check engine light flashing. That's letting you know that you got an immediate misfire. When that check engine light flashing, guys, that letting you know you got an immediate misfire. Okay? And we just check out the interior. Based on the interior, we just make sure it don't have no airbag issue. That's really it. It can be dirty, it don't matter. So now we're gonna go ahead, check underneath the hood. Okay, now we don't run the check engine lights to see like, oh, what's the code. We don't, let me turn back. We don't run the check engine lights to see like, oh, what's the code or whatever. We really don't care what the code is. To be honest, you junk in the car, you know. If it's something that we want to look at after the fact, then we will, you know. But it's not like, oh, that's gonna mess with your sale if it has a check engine light on. So hold on a minute. Let me pause this so I can pull this up. Alright, so you back. So let me turn. You can see on this one, look, see that engine, how it's vibrating right there? That's definitely an immediate misfire. You heard it kick back too. Okay? So the person in this particular situation, they let us know that this vehicle has a head gasket problem. You know? So this is just what we verify. You know, if you tell us you got a head gasket problem, that basically means you got an engine problem. That's fine. Whether it cranks up or not, that's fine. If we ask you if it cranks up and you say yeah and it doesn't, then that's a problem. Okay, whatever you tell us is that's pretty much what we're looking for. Okay, that's it. Anything else, you know, we ain't really worried about it. And let's say because some people ask us like, hey, do you ever sell any of these cars, you know, that you get? You know, some people ask us that. Turn back around. Some people ask us that. And here's the thing, guys. You know, we are connected as well, you know, with a dealership, you know, but here's the, and that thing just cut off too. Here's the honesty of it. The majority of stuff is not worth fixing for us, right? The Junk Car Lady company is not a dealership, okay? You know, our employees, you know, may have access to it, but that company is not a dealership. So we're not out here trying to sell cars to the public. All right, because people always ask, oh, you got any cars to sell? No, you don't. Okay, we buy cars, we scrap them, you know, and we keep it moving, right? But we are very knowledgeable about vehicles, you know. So if a person was to call us about this Volkswagen, and let's say it was somebody who they weren't sure if they wanted to get rid of the car yet or whatever, you know, we'd tell them, look, you know, give them some advice. Maybe you want to get a second opinion on what's going on with the vehicle. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if they're like, hey, yeah, it wasn't running hot, it wasn't doing this, so I'm just not sure. And I'll say, hey, you maybe want to get a second opinion. Maybe it's not a head gasket problem. You know, so we don't have a problem, you know, taking a minute or two, talking to you, You know, because at the end of the day, we want you to make a sound decision, okay, on whether you want to junk your car. Because we're not here to have you regretting your decision and all that. It's too many customers out here to service, too many cars to buy to be out here trying to hoodinky somebody, right? You know, and like I said, myself, I've been working on cars over a decade. It's probably been like 15 years, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do it anymore. So my point of saying that is, you know, we're a wealth of knowledge, you know, on things. You know, however, some things are just too much of a headache. Because I've seen so many of these Tiquans come through like this, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, if a person called me on a Tiquan and they just wanted my opinion, because it's an opinion, on whether they should fix it or not, I will let them know. I see a lot of them come through with relatively low miles, all right, and they have bad motors, okay? So the fact that I see a lot of them, I'm not going to say that, oh, everybody abuse their car. Yeah, obviously, some people are going to abuse their car, but everybody abuse their car? You know, that's a little suspect. You know, that's a little suspect. So some cars we may see a lot with low miles, and it's like, yeah, you might want to steer away from them cars. You know, but some cars, you know, it might just be a one-off case. Some cars do have a better reputation, you know. But like I said, we just look at things, looking around. We just look at things, and we're making sure all the parts are underneath the hood. But I tell you, when a car cranks up, that means all the parts are there that we're looking for. You know, all the parts are there that we're looking for underneath the hood anyway. But we do check still to make sure that the catalytic converter has not been straight piped. You know, because we ain't trying to fall for that trick bag. You know, trying to put us in that trick bag, right? See? At the end of the day, guys, if you guys have a car that you want to get rid of, you want to get cash for your car in Raleigh, then you definitely want to hit us up at the Junk Car Lady. All right, we come to you. Also, we can arrange, if you want to, for you to meet us at our storage and bring it, if you have your own towing, if that's what you choose to do. But for the most part, we come to you. We want to make this as simple as possible. If your vehicle is broke down at your job, okay, and it doesn't matter the type, it doesn't matter if it's a Volkswagen, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Chevy, Buick, Hyundai, right? It'd be a lot of those Hyundais coming in with blown motors too, right? We can help you out. Give us a call. We'll get a few pieces of information from you. All right, call us at 919-228-8610. All right. You can also go online and put the information in online. A lot of times people will do that, like if they're at work and they can't talk right then, or maybe it's after hours or something like that. Go online, thejunkcarlady.com, thejunkcarlady.com. I'll make sure we put a link down below. You can get a quote online as well, okay? So we have different ways for you to do it. Give us a call. We cover Raleigh, we cover Cary, we cover Wake Forest, right? Knightdale, Garner, some areas into Clayton, and some areas into Durham as well, okay? Well, we cover, you know, and if you're not sure about our coverage area, you're not sure if we cover where you are, just give us a call at 919-228-8610. We'll be glad to help you out. And like I said, even if it's a matter of if you're not sure if you want to junk your car or not, and you just, you know, just want to kind of run it by to see, hey, what's been your experience, D, with this, I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you. You know, ain't no skin off my nose if you decide to keep the car or not. You know, I want you to do what's best for you, right? Because if it's worth keeping, especially when car prices keep rising and stuff, you know, if it's worth keeping, keep it. You know, if you like, man, I'm tired of this thing, then we'll get rid of it for you. You know, it's not a problem. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoy these videos, these walk-arounds. The purpose of it is just kind of give you guys an idea of the type of cars that we do buy for junk, you know, in our process, to let you know, look, those reviews that you guys see online on Google, those is real reviews. When people are like, oh, it's easier than I thought, you know, oh, it was a fast process, it was a courteous process. This is what we do. We talking about 15 minutes in and out, baby. 15 minutes in and out. In and out. You got cash in your hand. All right. Other than that, guys, put down in the comments. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. All right. Put down in the comments. And also, we got a free gift for you down in the comments. It's a PDF that we put together to give you some information on how you can avoid being taken advantage of by a mechanic for the cars that you still want to fix, right? That'll be down in the comments as well. Other than that, guys, y'all already know it's the Junk Car Lady, baby. And we out. See y'all on the next one.
So your old car is broken and you really need some money. Time to make that call, just call me. The Junk Car Lady. No matter the make or model, If you need quick cash, just call the junk car lady. We buy it fast. Just call me, the junk car lady.